Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Nigma versus Virtus.Pro in the Epic League. Wow, we'll see who's going to take this one. Nigma, this is the first tournament where Kuroki's back from being in hospital for a while, so they're a little bit rusty, but we'll probably expect them to still hit their full stride pretty soon and start to become a real dominant big tier 1 team that they used to be. It's just their warm-up tournament, you know, ease themselves back into it, so we'll see what they're able to do. Virtus.Pro, it's still relatively new-ish roster, obviously old name, but it's still a ragtag group of all different sorts of players now, all from like, there was a Virtus.Pro seed I think at one point, and all sorts, so, but even still, they've had varied success. So maybe they're still just trying to work out a couple of kinks in just the way they play together as a team. We'll have to wait and see if they've maybe figured something out and are gonna maybe, you know, give Nigma a run for their money in this one. So Nigma, they lead off with the Tiny and the Viper Bam. And Virtus.Pro lead up with the IO and the Bat Rider Bam. So I think Bat Rider, Nigma do pick it up a fair amount. It can be run for mind control or weak hard in the mid. But mainly it's relatively situational depending on what they're going up against. But even still, Virtus.Pro, they just ban it out either way, just choosing not to go up against it. But Virtus.Pro, they immediately snap up that Faceless Void. Just that very high contested pick for a lot of teams. Most of the time it gets banned out in that first phase. But this time it doesn't, and it instantly gets snapped up, but Nigma responds by taking the Keep of the Light. So that would be in the hands of Kuroki for position 5. So at least if anyone gets caught out by this Chronosphere, then the Keeper should be able to put down the Will-O-the-Wisp and maybe just try and stall out as much damage as he possibly can to try and keep whoever does get caught out alive for as long as possible, and maybe try and make some sort of counterplay happen. Virtus.Pro immediately snap up the Magnus actually. I'm quite surprised that didn't get banned or didn't even get picked by Nigma. Another very high contested pick, but Virtus.Pro, they've got that mag now, so Epileptic Kid's farm on this Faceless Void is just going to be so immense. Imagine it's probably going to go into the hands of Ilias for the position 5, and then just become that big empower bot for the Void, ramping up his farm as much as he possibly can, whilst also still, you know, that presence in the threat of the RP in those team fights. Because sometimes the threat of the RP is worse than the actual RP itself. That's a key fact right there. And Nigma, they immediately go for the Storm Spirit as their second pickup. So that'll be for Weeha in the mid lane. Very early Storm pickup. Very early indeed. But it is a good way for him to obviously build into that Orchid. And if he gets on early enough, could start applying quite a bit of pressure to this Faceless Void. And then it would probably force the Faceless Void as well to build into a Manta style or something like that. And a Void never really wants to build a Manta. It's not really an item which allows him to deal a lot of damage in the Chronos or ramp up his farm. So yeah, it's not an item he likes to build. So this Storm Spirit will at least force him to get an item which will delay his like actual bigger items. Because obviously the Orchid will eventually be countered, but even still, by the time it gets to that point, the Storm will have probably another item online himself and be able to apply pressure to different members of Virtus.Pro's team. So lately Nigma's been really prioritising picking up Phoenix. So we'll see if maybe they're going to grab that this time, put it in that position 4 of GH, and then see what they grab for mind control in the off lane. I mean, you tend to see sort of like that Phoenix Mars combo, which works really well. The two ultimates have a real nice cohesion between the two of them. Just the arena protects the egg, and then the egg protects everyone else in the team. So see if maybe they're going to go for that, or they're going to pick up something else for mind control to take into the off lane. This Beastmaster's already been banned out. The Slardar's gone. Even though Slardar's not really hero he plays very often, he actually prefers to use the Sand King. Even though the Sand King is it's a really strange sort of hero in this current meta. It's very hit or miss. So see if maybe they're going to fall back to that either way. Actually, instead they're going to grab the Rubik. So that'll be GH's hero for this game. Another hero that he just loves to play. And he's already got those two big ultimates to potentially steal from the side of Virtus.Pro. Or even if he could just steal the Empower. Like, that in itself is a pretty good ability steal. Because then he'd be able to chuck that onto Miracle and ramp up his farm instead. So we'll see what they're going to grab up for Miracle. Either need someone who can stay far back to avoid the Chronosphere altogether, or a carry which can be tanky enough to actually survive through the Chronosphere. Especially seeing as how the only real save they've got in the Chronosphere so far is the Wisp from the Cube of the Light, which isn't really, you know, it does help a bit, but it's not like a guaranteed save. So we'll see what they do pick up for him. But either way, Virtus.Pro, they snack up the Lina. So again, a small, really nice spells that the Rubik can take. Every single one of Lina's abilities is just that much better in Rubik's hands. Better stun, better damage, even better damage with Laguna Blade. Turns it into a Laguna Orc. Yeah, so Nigma actually take up the Dragon Knight, so that it can beat Mind Control for the off lane who runs the Dragon Knight, or Weeha. You tend to see a Dragon Knight in the mid, especially if he's thinking he's going to be up against this Lina, but I think Save can run this Lina's position 4. So we'll see if EPR can leave this as a position 4 Lina, or if they're going to move it into the hands of GPK for the mid. I'll have to wait and see. So VP actually then take up the Invoker, so that's going to be GPK's hero for the mid lane. And definitely does quite well against the Dragon Knight. Just DK not really having much maneuverability spells to try and avoid like the Tornado EMP combo is going to be coming up for the Invoker, so it will be a little bit of a struggle for Weeha in the mid lane on this hero. But I mean, they could potentially still swap it into the hands of Mind Control for the off lane and then give Weeha something else altogether. We'll have to wait and see. But it's still Miracle's hero left to pick up on the side of Nigma, and it's still looking like DM's hero left to pick up for Virtus.Pro for the off lane. They actually, Nigma, they banned out the Witch Doctor, so maybe they're thinking that this Magnus is actually going to be in the core role rather than a support. Yes, they're really just banning a lot of heroes that Ilias would normally pick up. Okay, so it's actually going to be a core Magnus then. So they are running this Crystal Maiden as the support role. It's very, very odd to leave your position 5 as your final pick of the team. We'll see if that actually ends up paying off nicely for him, or potentially it could bite him in the ass. We'll just have to wait and see. But even still, Virtus.Pro, they banned out the Drow and the Anti-Mage, two heroes which, well, the Drow definitely can keep her distance from the Faceless Void, so it's difficult to get a grab onto her. The Anti-Mage isn't too bad to go up against the Faceless Void. Seems how, you know, you just put that Chronosphere and lock him down in place. Sets up a few potentially easy kills. But even still, they'll ban it out, so we'll see what Nigma is going to grab for Miracle. Now she'll go for the PA. So I suppose if she gets caught out, then the Blur might potentially keep her alive if Epileptic Kid gets unlucky with these mischances. So we'll probably have to see him get a MKB relatively quickish. Obviously, if, you know, Epileptic Kid, he's going to have to build a Manta though first to actually avoid the Orchid that would be coming out from Weeha. And then maybe like a Battle Fury as well. Because obviously this is going to be a core Magnus, so you can't always rely on DM to actually give him Empower every single time. Oh, I just noticed as well, actually, it's Kuroki on the Rubik. And GH is actually playing the Keeper of the Light as the position 4. Okay, that's a little bit interesting. So we'll have to see how Kuroki's able to use this Rubik in the position 5 role. I think that's a little bit of a weird switch around. I don't think Virtus.Pro was expecting that. No, I definitely wasn't. I just noticed it then. It's definitely an interesting switch around, that's for sure. So we'll see what a position 4 Keeper of the Light's able to do. I suppose he'll be taking early points into the Illuminate then, and going to be using that skill to try and ramp up his own farm, perhaps. I suppose. Because Keeper of the Light can farm pretty quickly with the Illuminate available to him. Because you tend to see like position 5 Keeper of the Lights, they'll tend to go for like just Chakra Magic and the Blinding Light. What is that called? Chakra Magic? Yeah, Chakra Magic. Yeah, right, I got one right. Woohoo! We actually see a very aggressive move here coming out from VP at the very start of the game. 5 heroes all moving up top through the jungle. They don't have a smoke. You tend to see, if they're making this very aggressive move, you tend to see a team use a smoke up just to make this move a little bit more effective. Unless, of course, they're just going to sit on the high ground here and here and just maybe hope that someone inside the Nigma just walks close. But I don't know, it seems weird to commit 5 heroes just for a chance like that. They must surely be moving into an aggressive position. The hell? Is that a skin where Faceless Void has a face? What the hell? I mean, it's not a complete face, but that's definitely a face. Look, he's got eyebrows, he's got a goddamn nose, and he's got a mouth. It's not Faceless Void anymore. That looks weird as hell. I've never even seen that skin set before. Bloody peculiar. But even still, there's nothing too spicy coming on for the side of Nigma though. Everyone's going for that 2-1-2 split. That's a very long second there. Damn it, Croaky. What are you pausing for, man? So see if this move does actually pay off at all for the side of VP. Maybe they might potentially like try and move around and I don't know, go for some sort of wrap like that. I mean, you do that if you had a smoke, sure, but you don't have a smoke. Okay, so they're just gonna run straight through here, but this move immediately gets spotted by this ward, and it's gonna find every single member of VP. So Nigma knows exactly what's going on. And they're just going to bail. Look, they're picking out. Go for their other bounty. They're all up here. Very odd move here by VP. If they had a smoke, it could have potentially worked out. I'm not too sure. But even still, there's 4 members of VP all stand on top of this high ground, but Nigma's not stupid. They're not going to just walk up there and go, "Oh, maybe they left." No, it's not going to happen. DM's going high ground. We'll just run into Kuroki and Miracle. So it's looking like it's going to be 2 for 2 on the bounties, unless Mike Control wants to contest for that. But no, he's not going to bother. So it just ends up being 2 for 2. So this very aggressive move that came out from VP. Doesn't actually end up finding anything. Actually, well, it does a lot of damage onto GH actually. Blimey, we have it's like super wins on the blocking war there. miles up onto the high ground. I think Microtrust should have a relatively decent time up here. Obviously going for those, eventually getting those Dragon Blood points online. Gonna make these right clicks that are gonna come out from this CM. Not very effective at all. Just look at this constant harassment from GH. It's actually just doing quite a lot of work onto Epileptic Kid. Especially with the fact that the Time Walk is such a huge cooldown level 1. Yes, he's just constantly harassing him out. Madness. Oh, Elias puts himself into a dodgy spot. Even still, there's not that much left in the tank of Nigma to actually apply much pressure left to the CM. We'll probably see that Chakra Magic picked up level 2 for GH, and then they will be able to spam out their spells a little bit easier. Oh, jump forward for Miracle, applying a bit of pressure. Kuroki, he's still only level 1 though. If he had telekinesis, they could have potentially like lifted him back and pulled Save back into the waiting arms of Miracle, but no such luck. Or there's no such levels, I should say. There's not much luck to do with it.
This will do just fine.
Ooh. Oh god, Kuroki, you should have cliffed him. You could have done it, man. We'll save. He's actually going to spot the courier. The Miracle, he's just charging forwards though. LSA comes out, it does connect onto Save. And it looks like he will actually get the kill onto Miracle's courier and manage to TP out and keep himself alive. So he finds something at least. But I mean, he is forced to TP all the way back to base. And he's going to have to run all the way back. But it doesn't matter too much because that just means it's guaranteed solo XP for DM. So it's not too bad. Bit in the mid. Bloody hell. Weehar's doing hugely better than GPK this game in terms of CS. 17 and 5 to GPK's 8 and 0. So GPK is getting a little bit dumpstered on so far. He's almost to his level 4. Meanwhile, Weehar's quarter past his level 4 already. It's not like a Storm Spirit even has like loads more attack damage. They're pretty even, to be honest. 65, so he's on 76 and Weehar's on 75, so it's not exactly like they can contribute that to the reason why he's struggling with CS. Once again, Miracle, he's charging forwards onto Save, does get hit by the LSA. There is a telekinesis back from Kuroki. Taking quite a bit of harass. Another dagger comes out, it's going to slow him down, but there's another LSA. It does connect again, but there's still another dagger and jump forwards from Miracle. And I think Save should just die from this. He got another LSA, he's online, but the flying little green orb from Kuroki snags up the first blood. And Save does fall once again. Is this TP off? Yeah, his TP's off cooldown at least now, so he can TP back to the lane. But even still, this is just more space for DM just free farming this bottom lane. So they will have at least a farmed Magnus. So we'll see what pressure DM's able to apply with this nice little early start he's getting at least. Looks like Ilias might fall from this. It's way too much burst damage coming from the Dragon's Breath and the Illuminate from GH. It's probably one of the best stuns in the game to guarantee they get hit by that Illuminate. It's 2.4 second stun at level 1. So you don't really have to level it at all past that. Especially seeing how the mana doesn't even change. It's quite a nice little combo there for the side of Nigma. It looks like GPK's recovered a bit in the mid lane now. He's only 4 CS behind Weehar. So definitely going a little bit better for him. So Weehar's going to be able to bottle up this bounty rune though. So Kuroki tries to go for the other bounty rune. Ooh, the LSA actually misses from Save. A Miracle gets involved, trying to do as much damage as he possibly can onto him. Kuroki just barely survives, so will manage to dodge out. And Miracle can't quite finish up the kill, so Safe will survive. Actually, the creep's giving him vision, and Miracle's able to jump forwards with that dagger. It does actually finish him off. Skewered there from DM, trying to get him close enough to the tower, but it's not actually close enough. Ooh. Kuroki nearly dies from that, but it's only level 1 shockwave, so he's actually fine for now. DM's just chasing after Miracle. He is slightly faster than him. But finally, there's the Phantom Strike off to the creep wave to survive. Oh, but DM, he's still hunting. He's got his skewer up in 1 second. He will find Miracle there. Oh, or did he? I could have sworn he saw him. I guess not. I guess the vision from that tree must have barely missed him. I think Miracle probably would have died then if that did connect. Yeah, tried to get lucky with the room. He doesn't actually manage to find it. It spawns 1, but instead, the Chakra Magic coming out from GH is just keeping him fueled up. And with the Illuminate there, it's enough damage for Weehar to bring Ilias down. So that's a free little kill for him. But at least GPK manages to get the rune. So, some little upside there for VP. How's the farming efforts can do him? He's second on CS at the moment, so he's doing alright. He's 4th on actual net worth though. He's only like 300 gold over the top of Miracle, but I mean, an advantage is an advantage. Miracle's actually having a little bit of a rough time down bottom apparently. 5th from bottom on net worth. Oh, he actually ends up dying. Save. Ilias actually just went down towards the bot lane rather than going back up top to help out Epileptic Kid, and then ends up snagging a kill onto Miracle. So, we'll probably see that net worth difference grow even more now. So, nice little moves there by VP. Finally getting a kill on the board, and it is onto that high value target of the PA. So, there's a couple of rotations though coming out from Nigma. Weehar's rotated around. We'll see if they're able to get the jump onto anyone actually important. DM would be the ideal kill, but I think these the two elemental sisters might make enough space for him. The jump forward from Weehar, it does almost connect, but the RP comes out, it connects onto 2, holding Weehar and Kuroki in place, and then the rotation comes out from GPK. Weehar falls pretty quickly. Now Kuroki has to run away, but he doesn't have any mana, and he drops as well. GH came in for the end, but no way could he provide enough assistance there. So 2 heroes fall for the side of Nigma, and it's a failed gank. So very nice movements there by VP. Lovely little RP there by DM. I think Weehar was just getting a little bit impatient. He just sort of wanted to make a move then. Didn't want to waste any more time. Oh, save. He gets hit by Illuminate. Point blank. Takes quite a bit of damage. But GPK's still around here. He hits him with the Cyclone and the EMP. Doing quite a bit of damage to Miracle. He's trying to get a finish off kill to save. He does actually end up dropping. He's still alive and he's trying to limp away. He only needs a couple more hits onto him and he's going to drop. His Phantom Strike's up in 2 seconds. The shock actually ends up missing. The Phantom Strike's online and he actually managed to get the jump onto Kuroki. So Miracle survives. Nice little juking from him. He gets the kill to save and escapes with his life. There's still just more heroes keep appearing down bottom. Weehar's even come down here once again. Maybe think about trying to set something up. Tornado just off the mark. So Weehar will be kept safe for now. So it looks like finally VP is going to actually fall back. GPK starts heading back towards the mid lane. And Weehar's actually just going to head into the jungle. I suppose with the Chakra Magic assistance coming out from GH. It does keep him nicely sustained. Meanwhile, up top, MC just alone against the Faceless Void. And he's actually able to take away the tier 1 tower pretty easily. Actually, Epileptic Kid's rotated down bottom. He's got his Chronosphere online and a Mask of Madness. He's going to jump forward. He finds the connection on Kuroki. So he's not going to bother wasting the Chronosphere, but it should be a free kill once the position 5 either way. And everyone else just bails on the side Nigma. Miracle just goes straight towards the jungle. He's working towards that Battle Fury, but he's still so many components away. He's not going to have this at a really decent timing at all. So we'll see what Epileptic Kid's going to queue up. If they want to go for like an early fighting style, which they probably can do, then we might potentially see him get like a Maelstrom perhaps. I mean, he's probably still going to have to get that Manta style, though, eventually, to counteract the Orchid that's going to be coming out from Weehar. Probably the earlier the better, really, that he needs to get it. Tornado and EMP connects there from GPK. Hold Mind Control back in place. There is a Chuck of Magic from GH any second now to heal him back up. The stolen EMP drains all of DM's mana, so he's not going to be able to use any sort of skewer RP plays in this fight. Jump forward from Weehaw in the back. Tries to get connections to two supports. Then even the Will-O-the-Wisp comes up and GH trying to hold everyone back, but it's not enough. And Weehaw ends up dropping. That's even just a free Willow kill. And then even the Chronosphere comes up and Epileptic here, drops onto two. Both supports get locked down with the follow-up of the LSA. 3 heroes dead for the side of Nigma. Mind Control now left all alone. He's not got anything left in the tank to keep himself up. And he falls as well. 4 kills for the side of VP. Really nice movements by them. Sure, they lose their tier 1 tower, but I don't think they really care about that. 4 nice kills. More space for Epileptic Kid. So definitely this early fighting style from them is working out really well. Miracle's trying to recover as much as he possibly can up in the top lane now in the dire jungle. But I mean, he's still so far away from this Battle Fury. And then even once he gets that Battle Fury, it's still going to be quite a ways away before you can actually start taking fights. He tried to go for the Tanar on the tower there, but couldn't quite get it. Boy, he's jumping massively forward. He gets in there. Miracle comes in for the wrap round on the back, but Weehaw just gets focused on. And now there's no mana left in Miracle. He's getting hit up by Epileptic here, but the misses are coming in. He's going to keep jumping forwards though. The first bash onto Croaky, but he steals a time walk himself and he's able to escape. Just massive over-aggression there from Weehaw. He dives straight on in there and then just gets collapsed on by everyone on the side of VP. I think he was overestimating the amount of assistance the Miracle can actually apply. He's got power treads. That's all he has. He can't do anything. That's really unfortunate for him. Well, Croaky jumping forwards. Steals the Dragon Slave with the Illuminate. Not enough to bring Safe down though. Chose not to bother going for like the telekinesis to drag him back. Just lets him escape. Now Nigma, they've gone for a smoke up play. They need to find something. The last few engagements have gone a little bit poorly for him. Weehaw is going to jump forward. He finds the connection onto save. I don't think there's much that the Lina can do to survive. So finally Nigma get a free kill without any sort of repercussions. At least Miracle, he's managed to find the Iron Talons. So that would be something that actually ramps up his farming speed. He's not using it though. Oh, there you go. Finally uses it. Took a while. I think he forgot he had it. But a second smoke now popped from the side of Nigma. They want to keep this aggression going. They're heading towards the bot, and the scan does actually connect onto DM and Epileptic Kid. And they're going to carry on heading down there, so they probably will just run into DM. Actually, they just spot out Epileptic Kid there with that ward. They don't really care. They want the kill onto the Magnus. Jump forward from Mind Control with that Blink Dagger online. Holds him in place from the Electric Vortex as well. There's nowhere that the Mag can escape. So the Mag does end up dropping off. But even still, Epileptic Kid is really far ahead on farm. He's like nearly 2k over the top of Miracle. It just shows the benefits of having that Empower. Really allowing him to ramp up his farm. And we see the immediate, another aggressive move coming out from VP. They've done a smoke up, and they will actually run into Miracle. This is going to be a super high priority kill. Epileptic Kid jumps straight on top. Can't get the grab. Unfortunately, the blow was enough to hold him back. And it looks like they're just going to get the kill onto save again. But Epileptic Kid, he just bails. Realising there's nothing he can do to saves life. saves life. Hilarious. Nigma, they're not even falling back. They're keeping on going forward. A very aggressive Blink Dagger up to the high ground from Mind Control. He's going to get hit by this EMP. All his mana's burned away. GH is going to give him a little bit. The Chronosphere comes out from Epileptic. It connects onto the two of them. So Mind Control falls and Croaky is very quickly to follow. Oh, he steals the Chronosphere. He couldn't get it off in time. Not that it would have saved him anyway, because Epileptic Kid still would have hit him. Oh. Are you kidding? Just sniping off those couriers with your big joust. So VP, they're starting to get ahead in this game now. 3k ahead. All they like for XP as well. 4k XP lead for them. And Epileptic Kid's actually going for a BKB, so he is going for that sort of fighting style build. Just wants to make sure that he doesn't keep getting burst down or slowed down by the Will-O-Wisp that's going to be coming out from GH. It looks like maybe Nigma want to try and make some counterplay. But GBK goes around the back, he hits Kuroki with the Tornado, but Mike Troll immediately jumps on top of him. Finally, out comes the Will-O-Wisp. Save's going to try and focus it down. Even the Storm comes out from Ilias in the sides, dealing quite a bit of disruption. No one's actually died yet, so everyone's zipping in and out. And everyone on the side of VP, they sort of fall back and reset a little bit. They've still got a lot of their big ultimates to use. Actually, well, there's still no Chronosphere for another 70 seconds. Jump forward from Microtrol again, gets a stun onto Ilias. Nice jump forward from DM. Oh, he tries to go for the RP, but luckily cancels it just in time. Miracle, he gets Laguna Blade into the face and he falls. Now it's just Weehart trying to run away, gets hit by the RP, hold in place, doesn't have any more mana to try and escape from this. This is stolen. Frostfield comes out from Kuroki, but instead he still gets brought down by Ilias, says, that's my spell, don't you dare use it. Looks like Save nearly falls, but just Dragon slaves the dragon in the face. I counter your dragon with mine. And he comes out on top, and Microtrol falls. So it ends up being a 3-for-2 trade favouring VP. And they didn't even have Chronosphere for that engagement. Sure, they used the RP, which did net them the kill. Actually, they didn't even get the kill onto Weehart. Weehart managed to survive. I guess GH must have chakra magicked him and allowed him to escape. It was still the next engagement. Actually, he did use the BKB, that first charge in that engagement. And he's actually just going to go for the S and Y as his second item. So this is definitely just a pure fighting build, but I thought maybe a Maelstrom could have been pretty decent, or even just going straight for the MKB now. Seeing as how you need some way to counteract the blur that's coming out from Miracle. That double crit, yo. Lucky man. So VP, they're still comfortably in the driving seat of this game. There's not really too much on the side of Nigma that's threatening them at the moment. I mean, Miracle, he does have his his Battle Fury up now, so we will start to see his farming speed ramping up. But we'll just have to wait. We'll have to see if he can actually get a couple of items online soon enough to actually start turning some of these team fights around. Because if a couple more team fights like that keep swinging in VP's favour, then it will start to get real damn difficult for Miracle to bring his team back into this. So he's got the Desolator queued up as his second item. That will certainly allow him to apply quite a nice amount of damage in these fights. Maybe tier 2's taking a bit of pressure as well. They do still have the glyph available. It doesn't look like VP really care about defending this just yet. They're just pushing mid themselves. They've still got their own glyph to use. Now finally some TP rotations coming out from VP. But everyone on the side of Nigma, they all fell straight back towards the tree lines and they will avoid everything. So Walking Malevolence now online for Weehart. We'll see what he's able to do with this. This is the potential chance to start getting some kills onto Epileptic here, as he has no way to purge this off yet. So maybe VP are thinking about moving into the Roche. Yeah, they surely will. They're just going to jump straight on in there. Let's see how quickly they're able to bring this down. I don't think anyone on the side of Nigma really knows this is going on at the moment. Actually, I've done a smoke up now, 3 heroes. Gonna try and wrap round through the mid lane. The ward does spot out Ilias. Just barely. So I think they will realise this is going on, but they need to hurry up. This Roche is dropping real quick. Epileptic Kid is getting low, and he will manage to finish up in time before any sort of counterplay come out from Nigma. And Microtrol, he's already pretty far in there. The RP came out from DM, but it only connects onto Kuroki. Microtrol's going to end up falling either way. The Guna Blade even committed onto Kuroki himself. So 2 quick kills for VP, as well as getting the Roche kill. And all they really had to use was a Guna Blade and an RP. But they still got that Chronosphere online, so they don't feel like they have to fall back at all. They're just going to keep this pressure going. I think they saw Miracle down bottom with this ward. And he's actually going to go for the creep wave. This is a real dangerous position for him. He's going to jump forward from Epileptic Kid. He's not going to use the Chronosphere just yet. He will get that in place. Even the LSA, he's saving it for as long as he possibly can. He doesn't want to have to use it just yet, but he might have to. He's just going to go for the TP out. Nice skewer there from DM. Cancels it out. Even the Eul Scepter comes out from save. Hits with the LSA. Oh, and then the Tornado. The Sun Strike's off the mark. GH does fall in the back. How is Miracle still alive? Someone kill him. Finally, he falls. Damn, that took way too long. I mean, Epileptic Kid, he probably could have got that so much quicker if he used the Chronosphere, but he holds onto it, and sure enough, he didn't actually need it in the end. So he still has that available for some sort of next engagement coming up. In fact, they're just going to keep this pressure going, rolling straight down towards the bot lane. They've got a creep wave with them. There is a glyph available for the side of Nigma, so they will be able to push this away. But it looks like the VP are going to lose their tier 2 themselves up top. So there's going to be the potential for both teams to try and snatch away some outposts. So tier 2 for tier 2. Both teams capturing each other's outposts at exactly the same time. Wow, that was almost simultaneous. Very, very nice timings from those two. Kuroki and Ilias, both the position 5s, doing what position 5 should do and capturing those outposts. Miracle is still working towards... He's actually swapping out the Death Slayer. He's going for the BKB instead. Only 500 gold now, away from finishing that. Well, I say 500 gold, I actually mean 700 gold. 800 gold? It's that in... No, it is, because it's just the Ogre Club left to pick up. So it is 350 gold. I was right the first time, boys. Epileptic Kid, what's he building? He is getting that MKB. He's super close to it now. Only 750 gold. 500 gold. An immediate smoke up. So a little bit of a fake back coming out now from VP. And they actually spot out Miracle farming up top. So they're making a beeline straight for him. They're picking out the creep wave. They're like, he's going to go here. Miracle, he's not going for... Yep, he starts hitting it. So he realizes this is going on. Epileptic Kid, he's going to jump forwards. He hits him with the time dilation. He still doesn't want to use this Chronosphere. He's saving it once again. The nice Frost Blast comes out from Ilias, spots him out. Easy to good with Blaze Up and the LSA. He's still alive. Now he does fall once again. So Epileptic Kid, he's doing a good job at actually holding on to these Chronospheres. He's not getting trigger happy. But it looks like Nigma, they're trying to go for some sort of counterplay themselves. The other 4 heroes have all smoked up. Looks like maybe they want to head up top to try and get a grab onto a GPK, perhaps. They do see him farming up here. Well, they did. He's actually used this Ghost Walk. So maybe GPK, Sixth Sense, to realise something's going on. Realising that there wasn't any sort of support down bottom for Miracle, so they must be somewhere else, trying to make some sort of aggressive move instead. Pardon me. So see if maybe they swap their direction of where they're going to go. They're still heading up through the dire jungle. Oh, we up. He actually jumps into the wave now. They can try to sell him. Eul Scepter setup comes out from save. Easy to do the wave. Then the ice shards on top. We are getting pretty low, but then there's comes the control from the rest of Nigma, holding him in place. Ilias ends up drop him. But he might fall for this himself, and he does actually get killed. Definitely blast from GPK, forcing Miracle Mind Control to fall back. GPK is getting pretty low. The Will-O-Wisp comes out, but it doesn't actually connect in time. The Hills comes out, and GPK is still kept alive, especially since he had the Ghost Walk available, so he is still invis. Kuroki's trying to get the kill. He actually does manage to finish him off with the stolen Dragon Slave. And even the stolen Chronosphere, he goes to cheeky TP out, but instant bash from Epileptic Kid. He says, you ain't getting away with that. And Kuroki falls. So it ends up being a 2 for 3. Just slightly favouring VP there. So I'm quite surprised that there's not been a like there's no ags coming out for GPK. I would have thought, seeing as how you have an RP and a Chronosphere, two really great spells to set up for a Cataclysm, I would have thought he would have gone for it already. He's actually queued up. He's actually queued up for the Solar Crest instead. So he wants to just be able to buff up Epileptic Kid even more and just turn Epileptic Kid into the true raid boss this game. Epileptic Kid, he's just charging forwards. Ooh, he just spot Miracle there, but there is a Rev Ward, so we'll spot him out. Even still, MKB online. I think that was a Yasha coming out, so he's even finished up his S and Y. So see what he's going to build up as his next item. It's actually going to be the Satanic, so he wants to go for more survivability. Oh, Mind Control gets spotted out by DM. Blinker Dagger's off to the side. And DM's not going to be able to chase any further. Even Weehar's rotated around here, so maybe they want to try and set something up here. It is just the two of them, and there's 3 members of VP. Well, now there's a smoke up between Epileptic Kid and Save. Even a haste rule on Epileptic Kid now. See what he's able to find. Meanwhile, down bottom though, DM's left all alone. Mind Control, and Weehar. Oh, the zip comes forward from Weehar, but lovely timing there from DM. Just blink daggers away. Even Epileptic Kid's TP down here now. They want to try and make some sort of return grab. Oh, Weehar. Oh, he went for the TP zip away. So never mind, Weehar survives as well. So VP just chasing shadows at the moment. Nice little cheeky paladin sword find as well for the Void. Bonus lifesteal, bonus damage. Lovely little item. Oh, jump forward Epileptic Kid. You saw where the Illuminate came from. And GH, I think you got a little bit carried away there, buddy. Easy pickings. So Roche potentially up in 25 seconds. We'll see if maybe that's what VP's been waiting for. Even reclaiming their own outpost there from VP. Just want to try and limit the amount of XP that Nigma can actually get. I mean, it's been a 10k gold lead for quite a while now, so Nigma's doing a good job at just making sure that that gap doesn't grow any bigger, but obviously they're not making any plays to make it any smaller either. Roche, minute 40 away. Ooh. Nearly a grab there onto Weehar. Tornado just off the mark there. There is a double damage rune at that top lane as well, which will not get spotted by DM. There's still no Roche to pick. Epileptic is making a dive straight towards the bot lane. I want to see if he can run into Miracle. DM even pings out where he was. Saved us, sorry. Oh. Epileptic Kid. He actually jumps straight on top of him. He finds him. Will now commit the Chronosphere. Hey, wow, he's gone. He's just dead in seconds. Even the Sunstrike there just to guarantee the kill. Oh, DM, he actually finds the connection onto Mind Control as well. There's no way for him to run. He gets hit by the cold snap, but that TP gets immediately cancelled. So 2 full for the side of Nigma. So that's a small space now for VP to try and make something else happen on a 5 versus 3 scenario. Ooh, jump forward from Weehar. Needs to be careful though. Save could set up for a potential kill. Even Kuroki now hit by the LSA with the Laguna Blade and the Sunstrike. Absolutely annihilated. But it's keeping the aggression going here. GH hiding in the trees, just going for like quick illuminate kills onto the creep waves. Even with the Veil of Discord, makes it so that every single creep dies instantly. Nice little combo there. GPK, nice tornado. It actually connects. Lovely little target find there. GH, he's just going to go for the attempt of the Glimmer Cape and the TP out, but GPK, he's 2 steps ahead of him. He's got that gem available and instantly spots him out.
That was hot.
And now Roche, it's going to be a free pick-off for VP now. Epileptic Kids is such a massive range boss, especially when he's got the Alacrity on him and the Solar Crest. A true machine gun. And then an instant smoke out. They've got pretty much all their ults available. It's just the Chrono that's not up. And it's not there for 50 seconds, but even still, they could potentially make some sort of big play happen with this RP. So they're all just hunting towards the bot lane. They do see Weeha farming up this creep wave. Kuroki and Miracle off to the side. Now it's just going to go for the straight TP out. Tornado, no connection. So everyone on the side of Nigma does manage to escape. Epileptic Kid's so close to finish up his Satanic now as well. Only 600 gold away. I think I did see an Ags queued up for GPK as well, so it's going to be that big catalysm. Maybe right in the mid. Actually, it's going to be the engagement. Jump straight forward on save. Nice RP though, comes in, holds everyone back. We are going to end up falling. Miracle drops super quick as well. All the BKBs activated for VPs. They're able to stand and fight underneath this Will-O'-the-Wisp. Epileptic, he jumps forward, instantly bashes onto bike control, trying to keep him controlled up. There is the Dragon Tail trying to make some room. But Ilias actually gets the finishing hit with the Frost Blast.
Now, nobody wins.
So this ends up being a 3-for-0 trade. Just Weeha and Miracle just clubbed together, and they were easy targets for that RP. And they both just dropped so damn quick. And once that Aghanim's is online, it's just going to be anyone who gets caught out by the Chrono or the RP is just 100% guaranteed dead. Oh, jump forward from Epileptic Kid. The Tornado didn't connect. The Goonblade even committed, but unfortunately the Sunstrike was just off the mark. Epileptic Kid, he doesn't care. He's carrying on aggression going forward. Buyback from Weeha and buyback from GH. They need to get the kill to GPK, but he does have the cheese, and he does survive for now. Epileptic Kid, he's not done. He just jumps straight onto Kuroki. Melts him in a second. Godlike spray on for him. The Miracle and Mind Control are both up now. And Weeha's just focusing down, trying to make sure that these creep waves die, trying to get this backdoor protection back online. VP, they get the BD barracks. Epileptic Kitty once more though. He's hanging around for this range barracks. But in comes the backdoor protection. I don't think you have the damage to outpace this dude. Unless you get this unless you get the Soda Crest on you. You're not doing anything. Maybe still the creeps finally arrive. Oh, jump over Epileptic Kid. There was one read by GH, dodges it in time, and even Microchop jumps on top of him, tries to control him up. Finishes off the range backs, and the rest of VP are all working onto this tier 3 at the bot. The blinding light though is so goddamn annoying for Epileptic Kid to deal with. He's missing so many hits onto his towers. Nearly getting pretty low, jump forward from Weeha. Epileptic Kid is still alive though, keeping this Aegis intact. Now just going to pop his Satanic, go straight back up to full HP, and go back to siege onto this tower. And creep wave at the bot. See, right, jump forward. The Chronosphere actually connects onto 3. Miracle, he just dies in second. Stolen Chronosphere comes out, holds back the rest of VP, but it doesn't really matter. The damage is done. GH falls as well. Kuroki, he gets caught out. It's just 2 left against everyone on the side of VP. No buybacks on the side of Nigma either. I think they just go throne. They can actually just go throne right now. There's nothing in Nigma's arsenal to actually stop this from happening. And sure enough, he is. Even the Axe now online for GPK. Oh, jump forward. They get the stun onto DM, pulling everyone back in. We'll try and hold him up. The RP's there. It stuns them both in place, and that's just game over. GG. Nigma, they just get absolutely crushed. It was very well played there by VP. Very, very dominant showing. Very quite surprising actually. So, despite the fact that Kuroki is back for Nigma, they're still in their little bit of a weaning period, and they need a bit more time to really start cohesing as a team once more. But Miracle, he had a real rough game. He could not get his farm online down bottom. He was forced to go for like a really early jungle, and it took too long to get that Battle Fury up, and his farm was just always one step behind Epileptic Kids. Especially where Epileptic Kid, he had the bonus of the Magnus in power, so he was able to just go for better fighting builds, and yep, just took the fight to Nigma every single time, and just destroyed him. Absolutely destroyed him. So very well played by them, and hopefully they can play like that again for game 2, because it's very entertaining to watch. But we'll see if Nigma's able to bounce back, try and push this to a game 3, and show that they're not out yet, and they can actually still play well. But even still, if you guys have enjoyed that game and enjoyed my commentary, then please think about following me in the future. I've got Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Follow me on either one of those. I announce on Twitter what I'm going to be casting in advance. So yeah, if you want to support me, then keep an eye out on either one of those, preferably Twitter, because that's where I announce what I'm going to do. And yeah, so hopefully I'll see you guys also for Game 2 between Nigma and Virtus.Pro. So hopefully I'll see you there. Cheers.